We're talking already this morning. Hey everybody, it is 21 minutes after 7 on your Tuesday. And you know what? This weekend, hundreds taken to the streets in the Coastal Empire for the Milestone Half Marathon and the 10K too. Now, it's kind of a measuring point if you're interested in being part of the Rock and Roll Marathon later on this year. But this year we've got a pretty famous face in the running world who is joining the Milestone. So to tell us all about it this morning, race coordinator Dan Pavlin. Dan, what's up, sir? How are you?
Good to see you, Renee.
Always good to see you. So what's going on?
Well, this year we have Gabrielle Trena. She's coming. She actually has a professional event coming up, and she was looking for a half marathon distance in the southern region. And we're the only ones crazy enough to host a half marathon in the middle of August. The good news is that it's projected to be about 74 degrees. Now that I can see the 7-day forecast across there.
Yep.
And it should be a nice morning. We get started very early at 7:30. And Gabrielle, if she wants to, she can run the half marathon at a 5:55 pace.
Oh,
that means
my goodness.
she'll finish in 1 hour and 17 minutes, which will beat a whole lot of the 10Kers.
Okay, so I've got to be honest with you. I can do a 5K, all right? Not a 10K, and definitely not a half marathon. Why is this half marathon so important for running the Rock and Roll?
Oh yeah, well the Milestone was named specifically because it's kind of a play on words. So you have the Rock and Roll, and so the Milestone, and for a lot of people the Milestone this is about a halfway point for you. So if you're trying to get all the way up to the marathon distance, you need to be training, you need to have your distance up. You should be able to complete a half marathon. That will really give you an idea of where your stamina is.
Crazy.
If you haven't prepped your body, I mean the Rock and Roll any marathon is a significant effort. It requires, I would easily say, a year's worth of training. And if you're not getting the distance in now, there's a good chance you'll get hurt on race day.
I mean, 26.2 is crazy. 26.2. I mean, there's a reason the guy who ran the marathon in Greece
died.
Yeah, so.
Well, I would encourage everybody to push themselves, to set a goal. The best thing to do is to put a race on the calendar and to begin to work your way to it. And you should have a training program. It should go as far back as you can. And again, the Milestone was created specifically for this moment in time to say, hey, you've got to have a distance at this length at this time. If you're not at this point already, you should just go ahead and call them and tell them to move you from the marathon
to the half. Move them back to the half.
And then we do the 10K as well, because if you're running the half marathon, the 10K is a halfway point for you as well.
Oh, is it really?
So
okay.
if you're working your way up, you know, the 6 miles, and the next time you'd be doing the 13.
Okay.
And so this is just, that's the whole idea. It's a very quiet and simple race. It's a partially closed course in Pooler. We don't have a lot of fanfare. We actually have added iced towels this year because we're very concerned about the heat. You know, if you take a long time, we'll be out there. We actually have a roaming water station that we're adding this year as well to make sure that people
keep everybody hydrated and cool.
And we've been researching lots of good ways on our Facebook page. We're doing lots of releases online, and if anybody is looking for help, that's a great place to find us.
That's what you need. All right, let's take a look at the details real quick. It is this coming Saturday, August 30th. And now to beat some of that heat, you're starting at 7 a.m. So hopefully it'll be a little cooler for a little bit longer. It is out at West Chatham Middle School. Now, registration runs through this Thursday, the 28th, August 28th. And if you want to do the half, $50. You want to do the 10K, 6 miles, it's only $35. So. Yes,
and we will take registrations even on race morning.
Okay.
And we have 3 charities that will be receiving donations. We're actually working with a local cancer group. We have the BC track team coming, and we're going to make a donation to their booster club to help them with their season. And lastly, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, who has been a supporter of ours for years. All right, terrific. Dan, thanks for being with us. Always a pleasure. Yeah, absolutely. All right, everybody, it is 25 minutes after 7 on your Tuesday morning. This morning we've got your top stories and your weather after the break. Stay with us. Good day, Savannah. We'll be right back.